No matter what, guys, we are going to do this live. We're going to do this live. Big up to everybody who is watching us live. You see whose picture is on the screen. You see whose picture is on the thumbnail right there. Alright, hanzi zvaita manje namamoyo dewa. Alright guys, bear with me guys. Network yatiri kudhila nayo izvi inokontrolwa nemasatanist. Avadi kuti muzive chokwadi, avadi kuti muzive idi. Okay, so this is what has been happening. Ndichaenda kuma reference but ndikotanga ndangoti panyaya ka 1 without wasting any time, because muri kuona kuti vari kuita vachijanya network. But if you see something being fought, munofanira kutongoziva kuti okay, there is something. If you see something they being fought, then there is something. There is a spiritual link. Fellow Zimbabweans, when we were colonized, pakashandiswa Bible, right? Vanhu vese vanoda kuchitonga-tonga, vanoda kutungamira, vanoda kudzvanyirira. They use the Bible. And that is the big secret. We have been interpreting the Bible wrong. Kuinterpreta zvisirizo ndosaka rakashandiswa kudzvanyirira muAfrican. And it zvirimo muBhayibheri. If you look muBhayibheri rese, hapana pakambobvira panyorwa kunzi munhu achaenda kudenga. Why am I saying this? Ever wondered why munhu ane 90 years anoramba achida kungotora mazimari akawanda chete, mabillions, achichengeta mari? Ana Bill Gates nekuchembera kwavaita ramba vachingotora mari vachichengeta mari. Pane nhau yeDNA. The reason why vari kuda kuti vanhu vasawande. Iwewe kuve kwako panyika pano, kudzoka kwako panyika pano, you can only come back through your DNA. So what they are doing, they are leaving money for their families, for their great-grandchildren, because they're going to come back again through those people. Already in Africa, we have countries that kubhadhara, the colonialism tax. Kubhadhara tax kuti takabva kudzvanya. It's happening. It is happening. Right. Now, isusu tine millions. Tinotongwa sei nevanhu vashoma-shoma. Tinotongwa nevanhu vashoma-shoma nenhau yekuti pakati pedu tine vatengesi. Pakati pedu hatina kubatana. Fellow Zimbabweans, wakambofumurwa here kuti uri kuita dhiri woshauti ha, ndafumurwa nani? Kana kuti une mumwe wako uri kuti shamwari yangu maita dhiri mese, kana pabuda mari anongotiza nemari so. Kana kuti munhu anokuchinjira face kana mari yabuda, aiwa shamwari mari chichi, otokutiza. Munhu wakachengeta, munhu waitrust anongokutorera mari so bva atongoenda nayo mari. Koita mumwe kuti munotanga dhiri mese ozonopedzisa dhiri yega obva aita mari, right? Paya panonzi mari dzakabvaruka dziri kurambwa, mari yakanyanzi bhondi iri kurambwa. Sei ari kuiramba? Lauti tinzwise kwatiri kubva. Munhu wese ane utsinye right now, ende kubuda kwedu kunonetsa. So vanhu vanoenda nekumaback door vachindofumurana, komudhara ningiri kuno yanga ichi zvakati, ningiri kuno makuwa. Right? It may seem small, but ndo zviri kudestroy nation. Kwidzirana rate kuita sei, right? Tichita zvikudiwa nevanhu vari kutidzvanyirira. Now, one of the strategies that is being used is to divide and conquer. Fellow Zimbabweans, if we get united as a force today, if we move with one accord today, we will become invincible. Apana munhu anombofa akatibata. Who are we? Tisu anani spiritually? Why were we created by God? Munhu nemunhu ane zvaakasikirwa, right? Uye munhu akaziya zvaakasikirwa akaita izvozvo, that is when they can really prosper. We do not know who we are. We have lost our identity. Who are we? We have lost our identity because of vanhu vanonzi ma-sellouts. Ma-sellouts, we have left them winning in every sector, in every fraternity, in business. Tangosiya ma-sellout achita win. and ndo vari kungodya chete, ndo vari kungodya vega. So if you give up, if we give up, this is not my fight, this is not my fight. Ndoda kuratidza ma-sellouts kuti ndevapi vanonzi ma-sellouts. One of ma-sellouts are people who bootlick, who worship people who are doing wrong things. Vanonyora news vachinamata vanhu vari kuita zvinhu zvisiri kuda kungoitirwa favor. Right? I'm going to show you on the screen right now. Pane nhau dzaswera dzichinetsa nhasi. We are being manipulated with that. Pane nhau yeEcocash yakambobwira kunzi Ecocash yabanwa. Iyo Ecocash isina because of our character isusu sevanhu, because of how we handle issues, because of how we deal with things. It worked against us because we are not a united people. Ezvino tine problem yokushaya mari. Basa remari nderei? What is the use of money? Basa remari hakusi kutenga. It's so simple that it's so complicated. Basa remari hakusi kutenga. Basa remari is to facilitate trade, so people can trade amongst each other. That is the role of money. The role of money is to facilitate trade. That's why money is called a medium of exchange. Now when you take money from people, you leave people hopeless. Then I will take indoctrinate. We won't think of doing things for ourselves. We will always be seated. And where we are going, the richer will get richer, and the poor will get poorer. Now, ukafa uri murombo. Uchangodzoka panyika panapa uri murombo. Through your blood, through your DNA. Let's go to evidence everything that was happening right now. Ngataure now ya Apostle Chiwenga. Apostle Chiwenga vakabuda vachiti ndiri kuda kuabductwa. Right? Apostle Chiwenga vakabuda vachiti ndiri kuda kuabductwa. Ndiri kuda kuuraiwa. Anditi. What is most likely to happen? And what can happen? Before I say that story, already us as a people, takadzidziswa inonzi political correctness. Political correctness, tine vanhu vari easily butthurt and overly dramatic. Vanoisa, people who blow issues out of proportion. They get angry with an issue, not because it makes them angry, but because they think they should be angered by it. Tine anozama overly dramatic people vacontrola social media yese. Vanhu ivavo overly dramatic people who influence others to do their evil bidding, their selfish bidding, kumanipulate vanhu. We have sensationalist vanhu vanomanipulate vanhu nyaya yepolitical correctness such that idi chokwadi chaicho chaicho chava kunetsa kutaura. People want to be told what they want to hear, which is not the truth, but it's not going to set them free. But fellow Zimbabweans, if we do not use our freedom to fight for our freedom right now, we may never have a chance again. It's unfortunate we do not have time. It's unfortunate we do not have time, but right now the solution is simple. The curse is a spiritual curse. It takes you and me to reverse it. Why did the imperialists come over Ashansa Bible? Is some parliament medu mune sector ya queen as we speak, right? Mune ma rituals akawanda anoitika, and kune ma rituals akawandisa anoitika munyika medu atisingatombozive. There are those who know it. There are those who know the secrets. There are those who know how to interpret the Bible. There are those who know spiritual laws and they use them against us. By picture. A picture of God. Picture ya Mwari. By common sense. Munaona matachiti Mwari. Mwari ndichengeteuka Mwari. Mwari unai msika wangu hausikutengwa. Mwari kana uchinama tachita munamate uyu. You are simply saying munane msika uri paside apa. ngaasatengwe, inini nganitengerwe. But pane the parable of the talents here, kuti vanhu makaite chii nematalents enyu. Then the Bible goes on to say, work your own salvation. We're going to go to the history of the Bible. What is the link, the direct link ne Zimbabwe? Say Zimbabwe, iriyo the most feared country in the world right now. Kune munhu ainzi Imhotep. Imhotep. I'm just going to show you an image. Yeah, Imhotep. This is Imhotep. I'm just going to read a bit so we can know who Imhotep is. Imhotep anga ari munhu mutema wekuZimbabwe. Muri kuona kana hieroglyphics yakanyora zita rachona pane Zimbabwe bed. Imhotep was everywhere in ancient Egypt. Small statues such as this one were left at medical shrines in all periods of Egyptian history. Now Egypt, Africa yese yainzi Egypt. Africa yese yainzi Egypt. The entire Africa. Zvafana nyika inonzi Israel. Israel is less than 100 years yakreatwa. It was created izvezvi manje so to confuse people. Right? Imhotep kana kuti munhu mutapa. He was best known as a healer. He had also been an innovative architect and eventually even defied as a god of medicine and healing. We are all gods. Since the statues are from periods longer after he lives, there is no evidence that he actually looked like this. Now the reason why they do this is because arikutooneka kuti munhu mutema. Tarisai vhudzi, tarisai stature. That is Imhotep, our great ancestor. Imhotep. Tanzota anga ine maskills echi. Because when people hear about us Africans, vanofunga kuti taipfeka nhembe, taigara muZimbabwe, zvakautoya nemaBritish. Right? Yeah. So they conquered us all, they plagiarized, they destroyed our history so that we lose our roots. We do not know how to connect. We do not know how to connect so that we will remain lost forever and ever and ever. Big up to everybody who's watching us live. I'm just going to confirm if you still can see me and if you still can hear me loud. Big up to Kundai Muchengwa. Enough respect to everybody who is watching us live. Enough respect. Can you confirm if you still can hear me loud and clear? Can you confirm if you still can hear me loud and clear? Now, if we are united as a people, because isusu ndisitiri kuchengeta whoever watinoti ari kutidzvanyirira, ndisitiri kuchengeta, because we are not united as a people, tinorohwa maretsi, because munhu ari kuenda nekuside ongonobvuma izvozvo, ongonobvuma kudzvanyirirwa. Tiri kutengeserwa zvinhu nema-high price because tiri kubvuma kuita zvinhu izvozvo. As of 31 July protest, vatungamiri vese vari kuindosa protest iyoyo ngavaungane vega voenda vakatimiririra kuregedza kuita vamwe vanhu vese, because it's part of the deal. Part of the deal, you give people a false sense of hope. You give people a false sense of hope. Kungoti vanhu vangoita state, vanhu vasafunge, but right now it's critical, it's crucial. Takuenda kuma dying minutes manje. VP Mohadi commissions US $1.8 million bridge. Diro bridge rachona iri. Right now as we speak, the majority of Zimbabweans will never know of this. The majority of Zimbabweans will never see this. Because azvitenderere nyaya dzakadai so, we will never. Less than 200,000 people all over Zimbabwe, nyika ine vanhu more than 15 million. Less than 200,000 ndo vachaona nhau yeka bridge ikakaka. Sei zvabuda, sei mari yebridge yabuda. Is it by design or what? Then, irresponsibility, what we are doing right now, ndadzoka kunyaya yeapostle Chiwenga. Apostle Chiwenga wobuda wachiti ndoda kuurayiwa, ndoda kukepchwa. It may be true, but here's what happens. As a sensationalist, vanhu vanomanipulate kwa same style yavakaitwa paEconet. People are manipulated. Pobva buda nyaya yechinzi aita accident Apostle Chiwenga. Nyaya inobuda, inotenderera. Iyo buda ashiti, andambita accident ndiri kweni. Nyaya inotendera ndekuti aita accident. Nenhau yekuti we have irresponsible journalists who are writing nyaya dzekuita mari chete. Evil. Nyaya dzinonakidza vanhu, nyaya dzinoda kunzi kwane vanhu. As long as we are still doing that, as long as tisati tane integrity, as long as we don't have integrity, we are not going to go anywhere, because this takes us all. Fellow Zimbabweans, if we speak with one voice nasi, kuti munhu wese ari kuti zvakati, things will change. But tofamba negwara ripi, since tiri vanhu vasina maroots, since we are a people vane inonzi identity crisis. We're going to go over again nyaya dzanetsa nhasi, tinyatsoonesa kuti vanhu tiri kuitisana sei. Pane nhau yabuda ichinzi VP Chiwenga flies out. VP Chiwenga abuda, anditi nyaya yangocreatwawo sensationalism. VP Chiwenga flies out. Inhau yatenderera iyoyo, and everybody was very very busy on it. Then we are having nyaya dzana kupe zvakadenge, kupe zvikazenge, kupe pamwe zichamisa faction. Inhau yabuda futi. Ndinoda kuti mungoona irresponsibility yatiri kuita isusu, instead of talking about things that matter right now. Kupe pamwe zichamisa, kupe zvikazenge zvakadai so, kupe zvikazenge zvakadai so. Inhau yanga ichinetsa futi nhasi. Then pane bhutsu yemupurisa yatenderera. There is a link. Tendereza bhutsu tichiseka. The same reason why tatendereza bhutsu iyoyo ndo same reason why South Africa, muAfrican ari kudzingwa, muIndian nemuChina achisiwa, tichiita xenophobia pachezvedu. Fellow Zimbabweans, we need to move with one voice right now, and there is something in the process. Pane plan iripo, and this plan needs you, needs me. First of all, we should be united against manipulators. Manipulators, each and every one of us right now have suffered victim from manipulators. Ndambotara nyaya kuti unoita deal nemunhu, kana mari yabuda ubvaenda nemari kwega, kana kuti kana munhu akuda kukubhadhara anotanga kutsika. Munhu ane chikwereti chako anokubhadhara $, 50 cents, right? Vanhu vanononyeba information. Mdara ningiri kino kama akaemployer imbavha kamdara dai matondipinza nyibasa. Those people, because we are not united as a force against those people, and it's so simple such that it's so difficult. That's why you see kuti nhau dzisingavake munhu dzino dominator. There are people who feel entitled, people who feel they deserve certain things more than others. Right now, that is our case. We are fighting each other. And what do these guys do? Divide and rule. Right now, Zol inenge chidakisa internet yangu, Econet inenge chidakisa internet yangu. Asi strive masiwa watu wakomana dakisa zvinhu. It's individual fools. Imbwa dziri individual. Masatanists are individual. You see? Nox Bilamba says, Apostle Chiwenga wari pama 1 nezanu PF. Listen, do parkuti wachisa ipapo. Do parkuti wachisa ipapo. Paku ignore things that, and they know that. Toramba tichishandiswa. Now I'm going to speak to the sellouts. Nevanhu vanoita sensationalism iri irresponsible, inokonzeresa suffering dzevamwe vanhu. That is very selfish. Kuti munhu anooneka nyaya kake kanodisturba nyika yese, kanyaya kake kanodisturba nyika yese just because arikuda kuita popular. I will give you an example. We're going to play a video, an example for that. It's unfortunate I have to be giving people examples because right now, as of now, vanhu havasitira kushandisa pfungwa, vanhu vachiri kushandisa inonzi political correctness. You have to be political correct because sensationalists, they will turn people against you when you're standing for the truth. And it's unfortunate that those sellouts, those manipulators are ruling. So as we speak, munhu wese anenge achingoti ndaita munyama ndazovharwa pakati pabhodha ndazovharwa zvakati because munhu wese chivharo, munhu wese ari kuvharwa nasomebody because those guys, they are ruling and they understand each other. Now tira kuenda panyaya yevidhiyo yemukomana anonzi Simba Rashe Java. Right, I'm going to play the video of this Simba Rashe Java guy. I want you to take note of the level of manipulation. And kana usitwambosangana nemunhu akadai so mulife, ndinoda kuti handisatambosangana naye. Kana wakambosangana naye ndinoda kuti unyore kuti sure, be honest, because right here tiri pano kuparidza idi, tiri pano for integrity. That is why we are here.
I was not supposed to do this, but you see, the thing is, I'm not okay about the whole thing. It's the issue of Prophet Passion Java. I know most of the people, you know him. Prophet Passion for Kingdom Embassy. I'm the brother. I think Makanzwanya Yekuti Prophet was saying this, was saying that, you see, about the issue Yekuti about $10,000 US, then I can start a business. Of which that's a lie. That's a lie. I've never say he never gave me the money to go to Qatar. I don't know what he's saying right now. Because the thing is, my brother gave me 35,000 rands.
So skipper
payment and proof of transfer. Because I believe by then he was in the United States, LA, Los Angeles, in Stungiza. I was the breadwinner for the family. Even the preparation for Yasmin, the first wife, I'm the one who was taking care of him.
All right. So we will find out what my issues is. One can easily say to this guy, so what? Can I take my chairs? Can I support a moon? So what? But I want you to understand the level of manipulation. Those manipulators are the people who you can follow to your death. We all know. Now, do they people who feel entitled, who want to take everything you have. How often is it? As a people, if we keep on tolerating these people, we are not going anywhere as a nation, because this sensationalism is going to drive people to their death. So tika play a video yemfesu uyu, right? Tinozosvika kumberi kwaanenge akutisubscribe to my YouTube channel, tinoda kujamba tikusvika ikoko.
You waited, then borrowed and you cannot go on media then otanisha mkoma wako anze mkoma wangu is a drug addict. I don't do hard to say I'm doing unconditional love for my brother, not that I will be assisted. But the Bible says touch
so
not
these
my
guys, they even use the Bible, you see.
I don't want to say many things. And now the world, the thing is now, ndinotofunga kuti mwana wamai vangu Prophet Passion anotondishandisa akatondichekeresa, because it doesn't make sense kuti iwewe ka une mari anditika you have got millions and millions, then you cannot even assist your brother kuti.
So people can never get enough. Can you see kuti when you become successful, there is somebody who is pulling you down. It can never be enough. They want to see you down. They want to see you dead. Zvirimo munyika mese. My DJ owns my main radio stations. They are so jealous of these guys who are social media who are getting the influence. They are so jealous of those people kusvikira palevel yekuti ZFM yoposta patwitter ichishora Van Choga, just because he came and he made it without the radio. You see, we have people who feel entitled just because they work for ZBC, just because they work for Zim Papers. But anyways, let's continue with this guy. I'm just going to skip all the way forward. This video, right? Those are the videos. Those who instead of uniting with one voice. Now, there is a plan. I have a plan where we can speak with one voice, where everybody in Zimbabwe is going to do one thing that is positive for the nation. But first, we need a roots. We need to be grounded. We need to move with one accord. We can control everything. We can control the money. We can control the resources. Isusu Sevano. We can do it, and there is a plan.
Nemabasa kwete kuparidza uchifita flows around anditika. So what I can urge my brother, what I can assist him, unofana kusiyana Dianakai and the other girlfriend that we have anditika ana Madam Botso kusiyana now, then iwe start a new godly life anditika. Saka zvekuti twabamo genius ausi umwari wekuti munota
right. Murukunzwa vari kusvika pamentality yemuzimbabweni hanzi hausi umwari zvana twabamo. Saka anenge achiti mwari mamunzwa achiti twabamo, nai mwari munosvika ende mwari munhu yanambonaka, nai mwari dai vatokomberera zvangu inini dai manipa mari yakawanda, nai mwari. You see, dati munzwe stupidity wachona handitika. Dupa example. You know, I'm not one of those people who booty leak prophet passion or chichi. I'm above that. And this guy, and Namativano, and Tumbo Namativano. Because Gonamuna is Consacunamatamunuka, and it is by yes. Namatamun. Especially when you me. No. But anyways, those people, this sensationalism, they get listened to, they get followed, and they are misleading the nation. Now dzakawanda dzinozichitika munyika muno, it's because of evil people who are sellouts. Ndoti kumabhenga kuswanika mari iyo irimo anambonzira nime vanhu mari. Right now Hubert Angel akaunza hufu kunoko, hufu vasiyo pameya. Hubert Angel is doing meya vanotoba meya baba hufu meya meno baba amadzavo, just like that. And because we are responsible people, we can't publish such stories, because Hubert Angel arikubatsira one and is doing something. Uda vakadoromezha kuti Hubert Angel abatsira one pakasvika papi uyu mufesi anonzi aniko uyu mutuli ngube abatsira one pakasvika papi, unotoona kuti Hubert Angel is actually doing more, right, for the people, ko mumwe uyu sei asiri kuitira vanhu, because it was never the intention. Now the Bible, munhu mutema takadzvanywa nepakuti uchafa wobva wazoenda kudenga. Bible rese arina pakambonyorwa kuti munhu achaenda kudenga. Ndati Bible rese hapana pakambonyorwa kuti munhu achaenda kudenga. Ndoti understand something. Why is it vanhu vane mari, those who rule the world, vari kudaramba vachingotora mari? As Bill Gates wants to conquer Africa, wants to take over every industry. Why? Because Strive masiwa billionaire, mabillionaire munozoti akamaitira kupi? MuZimbabwe pai pastock market ndeyake here mani. This image that is showing on the screen, I just want you guys to read it. Just take a look at the image as it is. Nyika inonzi Britain haina kana resource kana one. Tikavadembura vaya, they instantly become a third world nation. They control other world's resources, other countries' resources through the banking industry. Fellow Zimbabweans, Does Zimbabwe need credit? Do we need any money? If we need it, what for? Why was money removed from the people? We all know that the role of money is not to buy or to sell. The role of money is to facilitate trade and productivity. Those it is stimulus to facilitate trade and productivity. But the oppressor doesn't want you to be productive. They also do not want you to be reproductive, because you are going to be born again through your DNA. So they are destroying generations. Ndiri explain a reason yekuti just wonder kuti say munhu ane 100 years achiramba achingoda mari izvo so as we speak baba vaBill Gates vapenyu mujara waBill Gates as we speak right now mupenyu. Bible is an African book that was written for us to be interpreted by us from the Old Testament, but mamwe mabhuku akachinjwa, mamwe mabhuku akachinjwa, mamwe mabhuku akasiiwa. We need to know how to interpret it right now, right here. Now, chinhu chinonzi spirit. Spirit is not an individual. Spirit is a group of people. Spirit vanhu kwete munhu. Chinhu chinonzi spirit vanhu ndosaka pakazoya word kuti team spirit. This word spirit rinoreva vanhu. So if we say something is spiritual, it has to do with more than one people, not just one person. That's where we say this thing is spiritual. It's more than one person. So these guys, they came with something that is called the gospel. Now the gospel is a spell. Take note, pakanzi gospel. Kuti pakaita say, it's deliberate. It is deliberate. So we forgot to translate it. Could know these stories, these tumors were meant for us to translate and use right here on earth, not in heaven. So how do you keep a people slave? You de-associate them from their past. Who is the Zimbabwean? Taradzana Imhotep. Imhotep ndiye akatanga medicine. Imhotep ndiye akatanga architect. Isusu Mashona anditika nevatema tatiri anonzi. Take note of the word Mashona ne this word mason. A mason is a stone builder. Right? Then pakava power inonzi. So they took, just like how they took Great Zimbabwe, then they made Great Britain. Say chikuramba takadzvanyirirwa is because of our own brothers and sisters. Same way yaitengeswa vanhu nguva yeslave trade. It is still happening. So we thought we were free. Then we had Mugabe. Mugabe angari mujesuitika. If we just I'm just going to show you some images. Is there on the internet how these guys keep on ruling us. Sinofana kuziya last election in Zimbabwe aidonza win ndiani. Uye why? Okay? Alright, so we have all these images. Can you see? To those who know the history of this party, how did Robert Mugabe enter? Of course, akatanga himself out. Vazopinda mugwara chairo. Mugwara rekusimbisa munhu mutema through empowerment. Yatakurivisa. Can you see what is happening there? Can you see what is not there is a link with what is happening right now, because we are being used. We want to be used. Let us speak with one voice and boycott all corruption. It's as simple as that. That is why it is not simple. Who are we as an African? The reason why tichikwanisa kutendereza bhutsi yemupurisa yakapanyika pasi is because we have lost identity. We don't know who we are. We would rather laugh at ourselves. We would rather hate our own selves. And as long as we are like that, we will never be free. And kana uchifunga luchafa usiya vari panyika vachizvionera, you will come back until you have passed the test. Because the purpose of life is just a test. Bhutsu yatenderera. Now I'm going to ask each and every one of us fellow Zimbabweans, kuti kana munhu akapfeka bhutsu yakatsveyama, chii chinosekesa pakutsveyama kwebhutsu yemunhu? Chii chinosekesa pakutsveyama kwebhutsu yemunhu? Mapurisa ndana mai vedu, ndana sisi vedu, mapurisa ndevamwe vedu vari kungosafa suffering yatinoita. Kana vachita zvavanoita vanenge vari pabasa, vanenge vatumwa, vanenge vari pamaorder, havakwanisi kuramba jeri racho nama1. Jeri racho nama1. Chii chinosekesa pabhutsu yemupurisa yakatsveyama? Until we are united as a people, we are not getting anywhere. Now Imhotep munomutapa achibva kunoku, right, was the first one to build pyramids, mapyramid kuEgypt. Munhu mutema muZimbabwean anga ari mwana wemunhu ainzi Kafura. If we go opening again Wikipedia, he is there, Imhotep. To those who wanna go deep with this one, mudhara wake ainzi Kafura. Handisi kuchinja mazita kana kuita say. If you look at zita rachona in hieroglyphics, you will see the Zimbabwe bed as it is. Let me just go tione sani, because we don't know who we are. Then same reason inoita kuti tikwanise kushare bhutsu yemupurisa yakacheyama, ndo inoita kuti tisabelieve anything positive about us as a people. Because takaparidzirwa kunzi ukafa uchaenda kudenga. Ipapo the Bible rakatora maproverbs or tsumo dzaImhotep. Ndichakuratidza evidence. Zvadzaiswa kuna naproverbs, kuna na chichichi. Dzasai muchiona panonzi for I am black, especially mubhuku ramambo Solomon. Maminds amambo Solomon anga ari muno muZimbabwe, right? Paakazosangana na Queen of Sheba anga achibva kuno kuZimbabwe. Ethiopia plays a very big role. I think it's Amos 9. In Amos 9, I'm going to look for the verse. Rem Bible. The Ethiopian. Who is the Ethiopian? Who are we as a people? Simbaredu Rikupi. Say Munaine Mtupo. Right? Now this is the Nyami with Paisa Cheri Kapebe. Paisa just say what was happening. Are we going to ignore those things? So this is Imhotep showing on the screen right now. Enough respect to everyone watching us live. Make sure you click the like button and subscribe to TV7 Live if you have not yet already done so. I am appealing to us all. Because when we begin our movement, some things are going to happen, and we are going to need you to spread the message. To spread the message. Big up to Zion Bonga. Jiri say, Tinashe Majambe. It's too difficult for us in Zimbabwe to understand our division is our... Yes, if we speak with one voice, if we get the message to everybody, people will understand. National Day of Prayer. If people we could commit just 24 hours of change, we will never be the same again. As a people, we will never be the same again. As a people. So can you see? I want you to see the name of Munumtapa, Imhotep. Why was our history changed? So these things are going some 5,000 years before Christ. We are already developed as a people. So Africans ruled and controlled the world. We were doing trades, Nana China, Nana India, all those. And Africa was just one. But Africa simply means Africa. Africa. Pane mfesa nonzi muromeni akakoga Africa wachina inzi Afrikaners. Akatora zita rake ndobva ari panyika, just like the CC John Rhodes akapa Zimbabwe zita rekuti Rhodesia. Imagine kujairirwa kwachona. So what are we going to do, fellow Zimbabweans? We're going to launch a network that is going to give people access to information for free, online information. Because when I do this data, the technology is there already. We're going to launch a book, the little red book running Mao Zedong, where we're going to list down my values, and we are going to move with these values in all languages. We're going to move with these values, everybody. From Suakat, Kwedam Suakat. So, Isusu, we are a people of order. We are not going to be destroying anything or what, but we're going to move for a noble cause. Remember, my sellouts are always in big positions. My sellouts are always leading us, pretending. But if we are fighting for a cause, why should we fight each other when the tactic that is being used is divide and rule? Do you get it? So unless we free ourselves, we will never be free. Who is our enemy? Ourselves. Because it is ourselves who sell out. Ndavunza ndikati pane munhu asatambo pandukirwa nemunhu here warera imbwa mangwana inokuruma nemukaka. Just because paita mari munhu anokupandukira. Kana munhu akasirwa mari yako usipo unosvika isisipo. Ukasvika mubhengi uchida mari unosvikowomeserwa. Ukasvika muhospital uchida kurapwa. Right now as we speak, I can say publicly rikanyasobuda face. Apana munhu akamira kupublic hospital akarapwa kana one muZimbabwe muno. Kana ari parikuona video ne akamira hospital akarapwa ndiudzo one chete. Ndikuona one munhu akambopinda muhospital izvezvo wemuZimbabwe akanorapwa. Ndipe one munhu. This is how things are. This is how bad things are. Watonyora futi. Pane one here. Utsinye une munhu. Mabota achita akavhura pa before COVID-19 yauya iyi. Mabota officials kutorera vanhu zvinhu. Kautsinye kakinoitirana tega. And tinopa dzvanyerere more power over us. Because it is us. Kukwidzirana rate tokwidzirana tega. Right now as we speak, Maxen chinhu chine chita dollar chiva chakwidzwa rate chikazi aiwa ndikazotengesa manje ndechida kuzotenga ma-US saka kana chazokwira manje ma-US achana ndichasvika akwira. Right? Tinoda kuti munzwise kuti mari inokwira sei. Saka ndakutowedzera kamari. And it's always that cycle keeps on rotating tichienda kusvikira zvinhu zvazokrasha ari pamusoro zvamuafektawo ndo pazvinomiswa so panoitwa maprotest efake vanhu vese pavanovharwa paipai vari kutongawo vane mabhizinesi kana bhizinesi rake remapefyumu risatengwe because vanhu varohwa nenzara vanhu varohwa nerecession ndipo unozi aiwa ngatichipisirei vanhu zvinhu ngatimisei force ningirikini yatiri kuita yekuvhara vanhu and the circle keeps happening and happening. I don't know why we can't see it. It's so simple that it's so difficult. So the spiritual curse is really a spiritual curse, but spirit simply means more than one people. Spirit has chimwe chimhepo chatisingakwanise kubata. We have missed it. Hence the emphasis yeBhayibheri. And the Bible where those guys came with the what? With the gospel. The gospel is a spell. What is to spell? Kukanda spell kuroya. Ameno kana tiri tese. Kukanda spell kuroya. Uye vanhu vakauya negospel vanga vari anani? Anga vari mamissionary. They were on a mission to spread the gospel and to enslave people by taking knowledge through tech knowledge. It's as simple as that. That's why it's so difficult. So the Bible is an African book. Ma Proverbs akawanda akanyorwa na Imhotep. I'm going to show you right now. Big up to everybody who's watching us live right about now. I'm going to show you Mama Egyptian papyrus, the evidence, and because of political correctness, inonyanya kuzoinstiliwa nevanhu vari over sensational vai vanga vachibuda vachiti prophet passion zvakati prophet vanogona kumanipulata vanhu nema-emotions now political correctness. Wisdom literature and the question of priority, Solomon's Proverbs or Amenemopes instruction. Dzidzo yemunhu mutema iri kutsumo nemadimikira. Ndo dzidzo yatinoda muupenyu to live a fulfilled life. So we are seeing kuti ma-proverbs ari muBhayibheri. They came from our own. And ma-proverbs itsumo chi. Zvinotongoreva kuti tsumo. Right, so as you can see, title here, guys, as early as 1857, scholars became convinced they discovered striking similarities between some Egyptian writings and a number of biblical texts. Can you see the dating BC, 1000 BC, way back? Anyways, let's ignore all that. Kune munhu asina confidence. Ngatimboti, right? Take a look at the cave paintings. Atinawo muZimbabwe munomu. Kuti all those years asati adzimika. Ipendi yakaita seiyo. Munhu akarwara tikamurapa nemidzi yedu yemuZimbabwe munomu anopora. Ende hafa akarwara futi. But ukarapwa nemidzi yeukukuku ma1. So the biggest problem we have right now in Zimbabwe is sellouts. People are not accessing information and we need to spread the message right now. The technology is there. I'm not going to ask anybody for a cent because the technology is already there to spread this information. People are going to start accessing free websites, free channels. The technology is there. That's the whole trick with this 5G, why they want to make things hard for everybody. Because as soon as 5G comes on air, a certain secret is going to be exposed. I'm just going to read your comments right now. Zion Banga, Agrippa Nkomo, say. So what I would like to ask everybody, guys, to those who are watching us live, guys, stop spreading nyaya sensationalism. Stop spreading nyaya sellout, irresponsible reporting. Vanhu vanokuita kuti manyaya twekuda kunguti but zvichikonzeresa suffrage yenyika yese. Stop spreading those things. Let us spread the truth. Let us be responsible. Tisarowe ne-crowd mentality. Crowd mentality yakaipira kuti munhu you will never be thinking. Ningosafunge. You see, right now we don't have time. They told you you die and go to heaven. As they are preparing wealth for themselves right now on earth. They are going to reincarnate, and you are going to reincarnate to your poor self. You are changing mari. Ever wondered why? Why? So, of course, this life is a test, right? As a people, we should be united. How do we get united? First of all, saying that our history, saying that our nation is imhotep, because in uplift our own racial esteem. Kweta self-esteem, self-esteem is also division. You need to pull down mentality because we do not believe in ourselves as a race. That's why Chirusan astika ona murungu ari musitikiti murungu wetu musitikiti. So first stage we are introducing people to their real history. Right? Tomira nyaya dzekutendereza chibhutsi ichi. Hanzi kune vanhu vanoona glass kuti some see it half full. Some see it half empty. You shall want to say half full, you cannot half empty. Are you going to stand with the truth or political correctness? Right? Those things that not that does it offend you? Or you think it should offend you, then you get offended. Africa, we had been ruling in the past, but right now, they know us. Every sport, every endeavor that we engage in, we always rule. And this might be the last chance we have. Because after this one, look. Because when you are born ne DNA, yema ancestor ako. Sakana isisipo yoyo, iwewe au sisipo. Let us stop crowd psychology. Think for ourselves. Right? In crowd psychology, people lose moral responsibility. It's a temporary feel of invincibility, and it's contagious. People are suggestible state. People are mesmerized. All those things. People start doing what others are doing. Right? We insult, we criticize, we gossip. Right? Then we have manipulators who twist your own words to turn people against you. Everybody has been victim to those people, but we keep quiet. We ignore them. The gossipers, people who twist your own words against you, people who undermine, people who mess you up. And if you do something wrong, they make it seem like a big deal. You have quite drama. Just like that. Can you see? Philip Tarunga, Jiri say, enough respect.